Hi, my name is Dorothy Kilty, and this is part of the Dear Julie Julie challenge. What this is the July junk journal, just junk journal. And I've been working on some of these, not doing a perfect job of keeping track or anything, but I'm trying. So I really am hoping to get her challenge, her junk journal challenge done. And what I'm doing right now, I'm making 3 paper clips, and these are going to be similar but not the same. The paper clips are part of my binding kit, like tools and stuff. So I'm using that. I'm going to be using a scrapbook paper pad. I have one of Julie's printables, and let's see, other. I don't see music paper here. So I guess that'll be one of my others, and it's going to be music paper. Now, I have seen some, there's several videos out that show you how to make these hidden paper clips where they're inside and they're made out of one piece of paper. This is an 8.5/11 piece of paper. It's one of Julie's printables. The way I do it, and there's, like I say, there's a couple of videos that give you specific directions, but here's what I do, is I start with, I put the paper clip on, and then you want to fold this so that it encases your paper clip. So the longest side, it has to be at least this long, and then I'm just zigzagging it back and forth. 1, 2, 3, and then you can leave this top one sitting up for a minute. Okay, then the hidden paper clips are going to be in this central part right here. So you're going to put your paper clips right across there, and I only have 3 paper clips. You can see that I could do 4 or maybe even 5 here. Put one more over here, but we're going to start with just this. Okay, and then when this is folded over, it can be folded over like this, so it covers it, and there's where where you clip on. It can be folded up a little bit, like 3/8 of an inch or something, like this, and that makes a tab that's going to stick out from the side of your journal or the top of your journal. You can also make this, I don't know why, mine come out different sizes, but you can glue down in a couple places, and this can be a pocket across the top. So let's just go ahead and start out by cutting these apart. 1, 2, and 3. And then we'll just leave this 4th one to add one later. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to glue where the paper clip is, you're going to glue both of those sides down. Okay, so let's just glue all 3 of these. And these will be our the paperclip holder itself. Now, here, and we'll go on this side. As you can see, this is the smaller side. Sometimes I end up with folding it so that the smaller side is a little bit smaller and stuff and use it. Sometimes it's all the same. I'm just going to move this over to the middle like that. Okay, and fold it up. Okay, now what you'll see is that this is going to go down and clip on like that. So it clips over the side of the page. If you folded this up a little bit, like this, you can see how the tab would stick over the side. So that makes it a paper clip, a hidden altered paperclip tab. And as a matter of fact, I think we'll just do that. And I think that we'll also do for this one, we'll make this side a tuck. So to make it a tuck, you're just going to take and run a bead of glue, or I guess it's kind of a pocket, upside down or sideways pocket. Run those like that. See? And then you've got a little pocket right here that you can put something in. Okay? So that could be the front or the back, you know, however you want to do it. I'm going to make this be the front, so it'll clip on this way. Okay? And then I chose a paper pack, and actually I didn't choose a whole pack. I chose a few sheets out of a paper pack that I kind of liked for this journal. And so this is the paper clip, but this is going to be our base for our hidden paper clip. So I'm just going to take this and cut it. Okay. We'll do one at a time. So, because this is sticking up off the top, a little bit like a tab, you could either have this be, you know, part of the tab, or you can cut it down. I am going to leave it like that, and we'll cut that off even. So now when this goes on, you'll see a little bit of this pink. Put a label on that or whatever you want. I'm basically going to make a cluster starting with this. So I cut crooked. Okay, again, this is the side that has the little pocket. And so we'll glue this on this side here. So now I believe, because I chose, you know, a scrapbook paper pack, that I don't have to use this same pink paper for the background, but for the heck of it, I'm going to do that. Now, one of the other things that I did in the fabric pocket is my linen that I chose is an embroidered pillowcase like this. So I've used a little bit of the flowers, and I've got all this white. Well, I just kind of like the white. I think that this stuff is pretty. I think we'll just tear a smaller strip. Tearing it gives us an edge. Okay, that can go on there. Now I'm going to use, this is another one of Julie's digital. This is the Peach Marie, and I want to use, I'm going to use this part here as part of my design. Okay, here. Maybe I'll just do like, oh, she goes this way. Well, what I could do is do this like this, and now it would go over the top of the page instead of over the bottom. So I also am using some music paper, and this vintage music paper is just wonderful, and it's got great caramel color on it, and I love it. What can I say? So if we use this for part of it, and this for part of it, and we put this over here, okay, I'm going to take this down because so cut like a little banner thing. We'll hop it up. I cut it right. Okay, so just go like this. Okay. So we'll put the music paper there, put this here, then we'll put this in the center, and then we'll come back and do just a little bit more embellishments on this. And I think that'll be pretty. I am using vintage photo ink. It's right here. Don't you just love it when you lose a cover for your ink? But anyway, so it's just right in this little plastic bag. Okay. Now I especially want to ink this music page, give it even more of that antique-y look. Okay. So we'll take that and put it here. Okay, like that. Here's this linen that's been torn and then trimmed off. Put a little bead of glue right down here, even though Peach Marie will probably hold it together. And then we'll put this picture right here. I am willing to let that stick up a little bit there. So now we have one. Okay, so now we have one of our altered paper clips. This time I'll move it over the center before I get started gluing. I used several of Julie's kits in this. I mainly printed out a few pages of the Peach Marie because I like it for, you know, little embellishments and pretty things on top, because the images in that kit are just beautiful. I've seen things that people have done with the whole kit, and it's really nice. Now this time, I'm going to fold this over, and I'm just going to glue this down. So it'll be part of it'll be the base of this. So here we go. Okay, now I like to use round things when I find them. So one of the things that I use is like on the ribbon here, these ends, once I use up all the ribbon, I'll tear this off, and that'll be a round shape that I can use. You can, of course, just cut it off. This is junk. It's a coaster that I picked up at a restaurant. Let me see where we want this to go this time. So this can also be kind of a fun base to use. And then I can take this and just cut a circle. Go to the back and trace around it. I don't have to worry about my lines interfering. When you cut circles, you turn the paper, and that makes a smoother line. Okay, I'm going to just use this side, and so I'll glue this right to this side. Now, if you're like me, and you can be a sloppy cutter, this is just going to make it firmer, okay? One thing you can do with the edges is just to ink them, and that helps disguise any problems that there are with it. Another thing you can do if you're worried about them being, you know, a really smooth circle is just to take some fine sandpaper and sand the edges, and that will smooth them down nicely. So now we can take this once again. Where is the paper clip? It's right here. And so we'll put this on like this. Now, you actually have two sides of these paper clips that you can decorate. I'm going to do one right now. I may very well come back and finish up with by decorating the back. Now, this can be a cute design depending on what your journal is and what you're doing with it. You may want to just leave that as is. Or one of the things you can do, these are doilies as well. These are paper doilies. And it's just like napkins. There's several layers, and you can take the layers apart. I think I've already taken this apart. Yeah, I have. Have I? No, look at that. We still have another layer we can take apart. Okay, so we'll take that apart, and we can put this on. Now this just softens whatever the design is there, and that can be a really nice effect all by itself. It can make a nice background. And what if we took okay, let's go ahead and, because that's like a thin tissue paper, I'm going to use my glue stick on here like this, and now we can take this and put it on, smooth it out. Okay, whoops, being careful, do as I say, not as I do, and don't tear the page. Okay, I'm going to round these edges here a little bit by tearing it. Okay, and now we'll ink it. Oh, yes. I suddenly thought that I'd done it wrong, but no, it's fine. So I can glue this on here. I could go back and trim this, either tear it or trim it with the scissors to make it match. But for right now, at least, I'm just going to. Now this paper is fairly fragile. It's because it's old. Okay, we'll go here. I don't mind if this background shows through a little bit. I think it's kind of neat. So we'll leave that there. And then let's get another one of these 3 pages. That's what I want. So when I was printing Marie out, I accidentally printed some on photo paper. So we have this. I think I'm going to use this little card here. And put it right here. I do wish I could cut straight. Okay, we'll just put it right here. I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac glue instead of the other on this. put this over here. Oops, upside down. Put it like that. We'll take one of these little labels. And put it right across here. And then once again, now this one goes in this way, okay? Goes in sideways on the sheet. So this will all be the right side that way. Again, I can, okay, so that's good for there. And then the last one, the third one, we'll take and we'll glue this together. Just one of the digitals that I printed out and didn't end up using as pages in the journal. I like this digital because it's light and it's really easy to journal over. So that makes it fun to me. Okay, this time we'll go ahead and leave this one as a pocket again. And a bead of glue there and there. Okay, so there's our pocket. And then on this side, see that this was actually like 3 pieces, like for a folio or something, and I just put them all as one. And okay, so now let's think about what we're gonna do for this third one. I think that what I'm going to do, once again, we'll start with this cardstock. And I think this time I'm going to tear it. Some raw edges here. Whoops. I have to think about how I'm tying it so I don't get these white edges. Although those white edges can be kind of nice, just inked. And I sometimes do, I did this by accident, but I sometimes do part of it white and part of it not, so tear it 2 different directions, because it gives you a different effect on it. Okay, so now we'll take this one, collaging with it. This is gonna stick. Lots of glue on this. Okay, so we'll take this like this. Okay, we'll take a little bit of this joint tape, drywall joint tape, and just loosen a little bit. Okay. Put that there like that. Okay. We have, in this case, we're going to take this one right here. Actually, let me see. This is this way. Cut this like a banner as well, and then put this on like this. I didn't do too bad a job cutting this, but really, let's see if we can make it better. Just off a tiny bit. There we go. So now we'll put this on here. Okay. Don't know if you noticed, but I put some right here, and we don't really need that. Once again, which way does it go? It goes this way. Now, you could definitely do this so it came on from the other side when you're designing it. Completely up to you. Okay. Let me get my junk. I was going through some fabric and I found this whole bag of just junk pieces of ribbon sitting around. Some of them are pretty good size. Some of them are pretty small. This may have been sent to me by a friend of mine, but I don't remember for sure. Okay, let's just add this lace across the top of here. This is junk. Scraps left from my work or somebody else's. So this is free. Okay, we have that. I'm going to ink the bottom of this. Now, you might have wanted to, I didn't think about doing it, or I might have done it. You might have wanted to take this scrapbook paper and cut it long so it outlined around here. That would be pretty. Okay, let's put that same, do I have some more of that? Like that. This is pretty. I'll take this one and put it around here, and I'm going to scoosh it up a little bit so that it's kind of gathered there. If it'll gather nicely. If it won't, then I'll flatten it out and do it some other way. Here. Don't want it doesn't need to be too heavily gathered, just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of okay. Now, if I'm worried about something like this with the glue, making sure it dries well, what I'll do is I'll take a little piece of wax paper, keep right here handy, and then I'll put it down, and sometimes I'll put something heavy on it to hold it on, but that keeps the glue from going all over everywhere else. Okay, here's this one, and this time I wonder if Robin sent me all this scrap. Okay, do I like that? I think what I'm going to do, well, now a lot of times I'll take the time to unravel this where it's gathered at the top. It's kind of funny, I just gathered something that wasn't supposed to be gathered, and now I'm ungathering something that is usually gathered. Put it across the top of this, like this. And then this can fold over like this. I don't know if you can see, Maria's in a chase, I think it's called a horse-drawn chase. I don't want to cover that up, so I'm just going across the top. Now this lace will be sticking out. This is the one with the tab on it. So we could just put it like this. Maybe we'll just do that. And then we have a little lace trim sticking out as well. Okay. Okay. And now we have some junk. This is the one that has the pocket on this side. So what if we took this, and here's our little pocket. Just stick this up there like that. Okay. Now now I have this little scrap that's been sitting in my desk. Let's put a little piece of this bling on each of these. There's glue on the back, but I know that this is pretty old, and I know that it's been just sitting on my desk for a while. So we just want to make sure that it stays. Oh, look what I did. I didn't want to cover up her face, so what do? I cover up her face. Okay, there's another one of these. Do the same thing. And I think I have one more. Yeah, so this is kind of odd. That's okay. Okay, and then what if we took, let's see, now on this one here, because it's a tab that sticks up, I'm going to put a blank label on, and that way if somebody wants to, they can, you know, put a label for this section in the book that they put it in, the journal that they put it in. Okay, so we'll put that right up there. Okay, and then we have, that's not the pink. The pink. This is the pink that I added. So we'll do a little bow. You've been seeing what I post. you've been seeing what I post, you probably see that I'm kind of big on bows. Okay, so let's put that. Right down here. This little ruffle. Next one. And last but not least, we'll do another little bow here. Okay, so there we go. We have 3 paper clips. They're all hidden paper clips. They're using the same elements, but they are very different. Now, one of the things that I like to do with these round ones a lot of times is I will add a pen to it and make a pen holder for my journals. I really like there's more glue on my hands. There we go. Thank you, and thank you, Julie, for the inspiration.